Okay, so this video is going to be a stretching video aimed for you to do during your active rest days or during days where you've had a high sympathetic reaction in your metabolic markers in the morning, and you need to do something to engage a high level of parasympathetic activity that day. So we're going to start off nice and easy with a bit of just simple rotations at the top. So we're going to start from up here. We're going to rotate our bodies and move our hands to hit ourselves in the kidneys. This hand, the back of the hand, comes to hit the kidney here. And this hand, the front of the hand, hits to the kidney here. You don't want to hit yourself extremely hard. You just want to hit yourself nice and just a little bit of a tap on both sides. So you swing your arms out nice and relaxed, and just like so. You're just gaining a little bit of momentum with the rotation. You can let your feet follow you slightly as well, this is also fine. And after you've done a number of these, we can go down towards our left, taking opposite hand to foot. Now, if you can't reach your feet, that's fine. Just reach as far down your leg as you can. And what we want the other hand to do is come up towards the ceiling, like so. After we've done a few of those, you're going to hold to one side, like so. Hand is pointing up and looking up your arm like a gun sight, okay? So really getting that rotation in the torso here. Then we change sides. And then once you've done that, you come hands into the center and squat down, like so. Feet flat, so toes and heels on the floor, pushing the knees out with your elbows and just sinking into that squat, trying to open up your hips. After a little while, you get more comfortable, just sway side to side slightly, just pushing the weight more onto one foot and then onto the other. And just do that for a little while before we're going to put the hands back down and then stick one leg out, like so. Some of you may need to stand up like this before putting that leg out, so we could stand up, put the leg out, and then squat back down into this position. So we've got a single leg doing a squat-like position, and the other leg outstretched. Hands on the inside, not on the outside, and you can have your heel lifted like so, or you can drop your heel down like so or so. Either is fine. You sit here for a minute or so. If you can't quite handle the whole minute, then it's fine to change over a little bit sooner, but then just do try and go back and complete a little more time on both sides. And as you go through the programs, being able to hold at least 60 seconds in each position is a good idea. Now, what we're also going to do from this position is get used to moving and switching from side to side. So we can keep our hands on the floor for balance, and we just keep changing over. Or if you want to take it a little bit harder for yourself, take your hands off the floor and move like so. Being able to do a good 10 on each side, like this, will give you a much greater level of stability, flexibility in your hips and legs. Now from here, come back up to the center, and we're going to go down into a box splits and sit down. Some people may need to sit down like so. Other people have the flexibility and they should try to sit down like this. Once in this position, we don't want your hands behind you, we want your hands in front of you, okay? And we don't want your hips rolled back, we want them rolled in. Okay, so do your best to roll your hips forwards and keep your hands in front. If you need to, just shake your legs out a little bit in this position so let them get a little more comfortable. The whole idea about stretching is not to take yourself to a point where you're in pain, but take yourself to a point where you can feel a stretch, but you can hold it in a relaxed state for as long as possible. Okay? This may be difficult for some people at the start, but you'll get used to it. Now from here we're going to go to one side, so we're going to bring our chest and ribcage up as we breathe in, hands up and turn. We want to bring our ribcage up and over our thigh as we reach. So up, breath in, and out, reaching down. Especially reaching the back hand towards the toes. If you can't reach that far, you can reach here or here, that's fine also. I mean, whatever you can do comfortably at this point in time is what's important to be done. The idea is to be breathing 3 seconds in and 6 seconds out. And as you breathe out, relaxing into the stretch and trying to go a little bit further. We can also try to get your chin down to your knee or your shin if you are a bit more flexible and hold in these elongated positions. Okay? Now just simple deep breathing is all you need to do during the stretching. 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out is the best breathing strategy for all the stretches while you're doing the holds. From here we're going to keep yourself low, come down to the other side. Again, bring yourself up and lift your ribcage over your thigh if you need to. Reaching the back hand to the toes or to as far down the leg as possible, just like before. Again, taking a deep breath, 3 seconds in and 6 seconds out. Every time. From here, one last stretch in the box splits position. We're going to come to the front and we're going to reach your hands as far forward as possible, and you're going to try and drop your elbows and forearms down to the floor. Now just holding this position, again, feet turned in, deep breaths as you're going. And if you're a little bit more flexible, you might try and get your head to the floor or even flatten yourself out. But only if you have the range of motion. Don't think this is expected of you. This is just something to challenge people who do have larger ranges of motion. Once we finish there, we're going to shake our legs, bring them back in like so, give them a bit of a hug, remind them that they're still okay, that you're still alive, you're not dead, there's no danger, there's no harm, and that you're fine, because stretching can be a bit of a challenge for some people at the beginning. Then from there, we're going to come up onto your tiptoes. Get your balance, chin up, chest up. Being ahead in this position means as you stand up, there will be no massive changes in blood pressure, which will not cause a spike in the sympathetic nervous system. Again, remember we're doing this to increase parasympathetic activity. So it's important not to try and cause spikes in the sympathetic nervous system by, one, pushing yourself too hard during the stretching, or two, by changing positions too fast. Okay? Hands in the center, reach above your head, and then breathe in as you come up onto your tiptoes. And breathe out slowly. As you get to about 90 degrees with your hands and in line with your shoulders, you want to start coming down onto your heels as you come back through. Just a few breaths. And then we've got one final stretch here while you're still standing. You're going to take all your weight onto one side, push your hip right out, the other foot comes just like this. It doesn't have to come off the floor, but I'm showing you that it has very little weight on it. You're going to take the other hand over your head, reach over the top, and you're going to put your other hand here like you're holding a ball. In fact, getting a bottle of water, even a very lightly filled one, or you can get a fit ball, which is one of the big inflatable balls, and holding it in this position is a very good exercise to help improve this stretch. And we're just stretching all of the side of the body. Again, deep breaths. While we're in this position. And then changing over, putting the weight onto the other foot, pushing the hip out, reaching over, another hand comes out like so. And then finish, and that's all the stretching you need to do for this day.